So I've only done 2 psychedelics because it's really like the only thing I've ever been interested in experiencing. Before that, the most intense thing I've ever done was weed. And even that was too intense sometimes. So I did LSD once and mushrooms. On LSD, I was with 2 people who had done it a bunch of times. It was very safe. They had food ready and they were like, you won't be hungry, but if you get hungry, you have to do no work. It's right here. There was lighting changes, music was set up, and we painted. So I actually have some art on my wall that is specifically from when I took acid.
Yeah.
Mushrooms was not intentional, that trip, which was a lot my fault. My roommate asked if I wanted to do them with her. She had done them before, and she's one of my closest friends. I trust her, and I was like, well, is it going to be like? Because I had tried microdosing. I didn't feel anything, and I know it's just supposed to be good for you. And so I was like, is it going to be like microdosing, or it was on a snow day? She's like, somewhere in between. It'll be like, I just kind of want to go in the snow and play and laugh. And she said we were taking it through tea. So I guess in my brain, I was like, tea's so cute. I'm sure it's just a small amount. And then we were having the tea and I said, how did you do mushrooms the first time? She went, like this, tea. And I was like, oh boy, here we go. It's happening. And because I had recently tried LSD before, I knew it was going to be long. So I had spent the first half of it trying not to be on mushrooms. And I kept telling myself, you have to give in. This is going to be miserable for you. But for some reason I couldn't. So I kept FaceTiming friends who were not on anything so that I could just be grounded.
Were these real friends?
These were real. They were real. This time. Yeah. And it wasn't until I let her in to my room, because she is like jumping universes in her room. She's like talking in voices and having full-blown like realizations about life. And I'm just trying to understand why in the bathroom mirror I looked like Julia Louis-Dreyfus aged 60 years.
So you saw, I've been told that is the one thing you should never do on a trip is never look in the mirror. Do you feel like that kind of kicked you into a bad place?
No, I think my friend even told me when I was FaceTime with him, he said, hey, the bathroom is silly, just so you know. And I was always like, it was always where anything that happened, I was like, wow, drugs are funny. I didn't at any point think it was real. But it's just a weird feeling. It's like, why is it walking hard? And you want to be cozy so bad. And then I kept getting tired and I'd want to go to sleep. But the second I closed my eyes, wild thoughts. And I'd have to like open them again. The only way I can describe it is it was like a roulette. So anything I even had a small opinion on, like I was like, oh, I like the shirt I'm wearing today. Suddenly I loved the shirt so much I had to cry about it. It was like, and then it would just keep spinning on different opinions I had over and over again. And I would like sob and start cracking up and then sob. But I did learn a lot. I learned like what was going on in my brain. And what helped me was talking it out with someone who had been in this experience before. I was just too scared to let her in the beginning. So I would do it again. I actually want to do it again, but not in an apartment because I was too concerned about noise the entire time. And so like somewhere with like more space and also go in knowing that it was about to happen.
Yeah. Are you okay sharing the deep thing that you realized or would you rather not?
Yeah, why the hell not? One of them that I remember was like, so I have my whole life especially with performing, I work very hard in any job that I have, but I have a hard time pushing for myself. Like I write myself off immediately and like this agent's not going to want me. This show's not going to want me. And it holds me back pretty bad. And it's interesting. One of the things that came up was this deep fear that I am not special, which is, I hear it, but that has always been a fear of mine that there's like nothing special that I'm like, what are those called? NPCs, non-playable characters. Is that what that is? Like in a video game, they're just like the little
RPG versus NPC, like the main character versus the kind of the side ones. When you're, I can definitely not speak on video games. I wish my older brother's here.
Oh, neither can I.
But what I imagine it to be is you're the main character, and then some guy you pass in the village that just never comes back in the game. He's just someone that exists, but he's not the center of attention in any way.
Yeah. Or like
in the universe, but not changing the universe in any way, like not a meaningful part of the game.
Yeah, you are never going to be your background. Like you're there to make it so that it looks like a real environment. Or for anyone who watches Drag Race, like a filler queen. Do you watch Drag Race?
I've seen some clips of RuPaul. Is that
it's RuPaul's Drag Race.
So filler queen.
So a filler queen is like a drag queen who you kind of know has no chance of winning. But obviously they are there to compete, but you just kind of know it's like queens to go home first, and then you have your stars. And so I'm like, oh, I am a filler queen of life. I am just moving through with nothing to add. And so that came up pretty hard. But then I was also able to see myself from a different perspective. So it was like that fear was there. But there was another voice that found it to be ridiculous for the first time, like on a very deep level, being like, that's not true. And I was like watching myself. Also, my hair just happened. My roommate straightened my hair for fun. And so I had a full identity crisis because my curly hair is a part of me. And so for whatever reason on mushrooms, I was like, who is this girl with the straight hair?
Yeah. Hey guys, this is a quick reminder to check out AUXORO Premium, the best deal in premium podcasting. On AUXORO Premium, you gain access to bonus episodes, the unlicensed therapy series, the ability to submit topic suggestions for the podcast, exclusive Ask Me Anything episodes, and the entire premium catalog for only $5 per month. Go to auxoro.supercast.com, that's AUXORO.supercast.com, to join the premium gang today.